Season 4 of Vanguard's Reign of Warzone is here, and with it are some pretty good looking updates to Caldera, including a reduction of vegetation so we can actually see, along with a brand new map, Fortune's Keep. In addition to the new map, there's also a brand new Battle Pass 2, with loads of great looking things on it, but arguably most importantly, some brand new weapons as well. And those new weapons we want to get as fast as possible, as it's those weapons that usually end up being at the top of the meta. So in this video, I'm going to show you the very best methods to rank up the Battle Pass in Warzone. But just before we do get into it, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, RA Remote. RA Remote lets you control your PC from your mobile phone from wherever you are in the world. It's available on Windows, iOS, and Android, and the best thing is that you can get it for free. This gives you access to Remote's desktop, allowing you to transfer files, remotely print, and screen mirror. Now these are some amazing features that you can get for free, but in RA's Pro package you can get even more features, including access to Remote CMD and have remote control over other Android devices. And with the game package, this is where things get really exciting. We can play games running on our PC, from our phones, from anywhere with this package, even offering up to 144 frames per second. There are currently sales on RA where you can get discounts on multi-device purchases, but if you want to give it a go first, RA are letting viewers of mine have a 7-day free access trial to the remote gaming package with this code. This is only for 200 people, so be sure to redeem yours fast. RA even have a reward scheme under the Sunshine shop where you can collect Sunshine and redeem it for free membership, so there really are a lot of options. And if you're really passionate about remote access control of your PC, RA even have a $15 smart power plug, which means there's no need to keep the computer on all the time, just one tap will wake it up or shut it down. The link for that and everything else you need to know about today's sponsor RA is down in the description. Now back to the video. So as usual with my videos, I want to tell you how things actually work, rather than just tell you anything and expect you to believe it. Frequent viewers of the channel have probably heard me say this in the past, but tiering up the Battle Pass is based purely on two things: the amount of XP you earn and the amount of time you spend actually in the game. And out of those two aspects, the time spent playing the game is mostly responsible for our progression rather than the XP earned. I'm really not a fan of this because tiering up the Battle Pass then becomes more about the grind than your performance. Although a better performance does indeed help. Season upon season, tests of mine indicates that it'll take us on average about 30 to 50 minutes per Battle Pass tier, and whether you're closer to the 30 minutes or the 50 minutes is dependent on the amount of XP that you get. This amounts to about 50 to 80 in-game hours to complete all 100 tiers in the Battle Pass, and that's without buying or skipping any tiers or any double tier XP events. So let's look at how we can be closer to that 50-hour end of completing the Battle Pass. The XP aspect of the equation is really the only part that's in our control, although there is an AFK method that I've mentioned on the channel before, and if you want to check that out, I'll put it as a clickable card up here. But like I say, generally, we want to get as much XP as possible in the shortest amount of time. And XP, of course, can be gained in all sorts of ways when you play Warzone. So we're talking about doing contracts, doing challenges, doing the objectives of the game, getting kills, all kinds of different ways. And this XP not only ranks you up through the Battle Pass, it of course pushes you up the ranks as well, and for every 50 ranks that you get a Battle Pass tier skip. Now let's talk about the methods that we're going to use to get more XP and get through that Battle Pass faster. We have two main types, one of them being active, one of them being passive. So one set of methods is for you playing properly and trying your hardest, and the other set of approaches is basically for chilling out. Let's start with the more relaxed method, and that involves jumping into plunder and limited time game modes, such as Clash or big live events, whether that's on Caldera or Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep. These modes are great because they usually last a while, minimizing the amount of time we spend just loading up the game and in pre-game lobbies, which sometimes can be quite a lot. So by minimizing that, we maximize our in-game playing time, which as we know is a huge part of the Battle Pass. Then on top of that, they offer really easy routes to XP as well. Warzone rewards you XP-wise for doing the objective over everything else. The limited time game modes of course differ, but on Clash you get loads of XP by doing the bounty contracts, and in other modes you basically want to focus on the objective, whatever that may be. So if you collect a lot of cash, attempt that objective and finish the game ranked pretty highly, or even win the game, you'll get incredible amounts of match XP. XP bonuses. And that's exactly what we want to do. On Plunder, of course, that just means collecting cash and depositing it whenever we get the chance. You even get XP for every loot crate that you do open, as well as XP for depositing it as well, which then increases your chances of finishing higher up the leaderboards or winning the game, and again, getting more XP for doing that. Just keep thinking with whatever game mode you're in, objective, objective, objective. Warzone wants you to interact with their game modes, especially the limited time ones. If you are focusing just on Plunder though, the best places to land for this are usually named places far away from the flight path, just because you'll have less competition for loot. On Caldera, I think Capital is great because of the amount of buildings in a small area, but to be honest, most outskirt towns are going to be good for this. On the other hand, we have Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep. It's a little harder on these to know exactly where to land because they are smaller maps, but anywhere away from the flight path is usually good. Of course, on top of the pure looting in Plunder, we also get XP for getting kills, but I only recommend getting kills in addition to all the looting and getting cash. Mixed into this Plunder approach, we do have contracts too, which always present a great way of getting more cash and more XP. In terms of which contract, it's completely up to you. Of course, some contracts you can complete a lot faster than other contracts. The downside is they offer a lot less XP and cash for that. Now, to do all of this much faster and more efficiently, a squad is best, since you can work together and all of your cash is pooled, which of course increases your chances of finishing higher at the end of the game. And to be honest, this is the case on whatever game mode you choose to do. A squad is just going to help you meet the objective. And if you are looking for players to squad up with, my Discord is a great place to team up with other players, and the link for this is down in the description. So we've got the more relaxed Battle Pass tactic ready. Now let's talk about the tactic if you want something a little higher energy and maybe higher rewarding. For this, we want to head over to Resurgence, whether that's on Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep. As I keep saying, and I can't emphasize it enough, Warzone rewards you for doing the objective. In Plunder, winning the game means just getting a lot of cash. On Resurgence, it means surviving, thriving, and bringing your teammates back. So that should absolutely be our focus. And yes, I know it's not groundbreaking to tell you to survive and get some kills in what is essentially a shooting game, but valuing survival over everything else actually means a lot when you're getting XP. My suggestion would be to drop into fairly busy areas of the map and then hold that area with your team. So you don't have to be too aggressive, but if you own certain buildings and lines of sight when you're playing Resurgence, the amount of kills you get can be insane. And actually, it's quite hard to kill you. Of course, that doesn't mean just camp and hide away completely. You still want to try and kill players where possible and be in the game. It's just about doing that in a clever way. To maximize the amount of XP you're gonna get doing this, contracts are going to be our friend again. Of course, they give out direct XP and cash, but most importantly in Resurgence, they compound and give bonuses for each one you do. And there's something just so satisfying about doing a bunch of contracts and seeing those bonuses go up in the corner. I just love it. If you're wondering which contract is best, almost all contracts are great to do when you're playing Resurgence. And that's simply because you can complete them so quickly, whether that's a supply run that just spawns in 10 meters away from you, or you get a bounty where loads of people are killing and dying repeatedly, or you get a scavenger and all the boxes are within about 10 to 15 meters. So the choice is really up to you. Again though, having a squad will make this even easier for you. I really can't emphasize that enough. Really, the perfect approach is to combine all of this. So survive the whole game, get a bunch of kills, do a bunch of contracts whilst you're there. But I know this isn't for everyone. For most of us, it's a fine balance between getting some kills, surviving, and doing some contracts. And for the most part, you just have to figure that out yourself. But of course, if you're trying to get XP, it's more about survival when you're in Resurgence. Now, if you really don't mind how you play the game and you just want the most XP in the shortest amount of time to get up that battle pass as fast as possible, the best method out of the chilled or active approaches is largely based on your performance. If you have fantastic Fortune's Keep or Rebirth games, that's going to get you more XP and more battle pass progression. But on average, chilling in Plunder is very consistent with XP, and you rarely actually have a bad game. For me, if I'm focusing on the Battle Pass, I normally go between the two so it doesn't get too boring, but the choice is yours. Oh, and by the way, remember to always be on the lookout for those double tier XP progression events. They used to be like 1 a season, then 2 a season, and now they seem to be every few weeks. Not a lot has actually changed from specific methods from last season, but I do hope this video helps you get through those tiers quicker. And a big thank you to the members of the channel. Your support has been fantastic, and it's kept me sane. Now, if you want to rank up your weapons as fast as possible too, make sure you do go over to this video.